All right, so we just got a new patch in for both Standard and Battlegrounds. Big patch for both, I would say. So I want to go over both of them with you. There's also Wild and Arena changes. I don't know much about those game modes, but I'll just briefly touch on them. Let's start with Standard. We have a lot of changes coming to Standard. This first one here for Demon Hunter Unleash Fel has been nerfed. It's just the mana thirst being nerfed. It went from 4 to 6. I don't know how I feel about this nerf because it's really nerfing demon hunters versus aggro, and I hate aggro, and I want to be able to beat aggro with this deck. So it's not hurting demon hunter do that pop off spell damage turn. It's not. It's just really hurting them against aggro players. So I don't love this. Relic of Dimension is now 1 cost more. This makes sense. Very powerful card. You can't play it. Like right before, we had a really nice curve with Demon Hunter where turn 3, you could use the Relic with the location, and then you just have to wait 1 turn to use the next Relic because this was 5. So now it's going to be a little wonky, but it's a very powerful card, so it makes sense. All right, here, a noob Rakan, I don't know if I said that right, has been nerfed. It nerfs the battle cry, gain 8 armor. This turn, your next 3 minions cost armor instead of mana. This is trying to nerf that Bran Astalar shenanigans that people are doing. So I don't know how much it's going to help or hurt because I haven't played that deck list a lot. I feel like it's going to hurt a bit, but keep in mind that druids already can get up to 20 mana, so you can use the 20 mana first and then use the noob for the 3 more minions. So I feel like it'll be okay still, but you can't die on like turn 5 anymore or whatever. Not turn 5, turn 8. I guess it could be 5 with nourish and what shenanigans there is. But yep, that has been nerfed. Boon Priest has been nerfed. Boon of the Ascended went from 4 to 5 cost. And Priestess Valish is now a 1 cost instead of a 0. So that's interesting for Evolve Shaman. Not really, but I think it is. The dev comment said that the priest is not common or overall powerful at most levels of play, but it is the best performing deck at high legend, and it wins through frustrating play patterns. We wanted to give a couple small adjustments to make it more in line with the rest of the meta, especially after the other adjustments in this patch. What they're saying is it's a high skill cap deck, and if you're not good at it, then it doesn't matter. This is really for those high MMR players. All right, Rogue Necro Lord Drakha is now a 5 cost instead of a 4. I don't know. I mean, I guess it helps a bit, but that thing is evil. It'd make a big weapon. I wish the dagger didn't have 3 health. I think a better nerf for this would have made the dagger have 2 or 1 health, because 3 health on that thing. I mean, they just make this like 14 attack weapon that has 3 hits. You're just dead. But okay. Sinstone Graveyard was a 2 cost location for Rogue. Now it costs 3. So I'm filming for YouTube right now, Critter. So this is a big nerf, obviously, because you can't just like coin out a Sinstone on one. I guess a Rogue would not use their coin in that way. They can't just play a 2 and a 3. They'd have to play it on 3 and 4 if they want to use 2 at the same time. So I really like this nerf. I want to see, though, I feel like maybe this is too greedy, but I would love if those minions that it creates didn't have the mana that it had attached to it. So like if you're playing Devolve Shaman, like you could devolve it easier. But that's just me. Sketchy information. This is for that new Death Rattle Rogue that's really been hot these days. This is going from a 3 cost to a 4. Now, this is important because right now, it being a 3 cost, it's drawing a 4 mana minion. In a lot of people's decks, that's what it's doing. And then it has a really nice curve. So this is going to make it a bit more trickier, a bit wonkier play. Forsaken Lieutenant is also now a 3 cost. Again, that just makes the curve really wonky because right now it was like drop the 1/3 on 1, drop the Forsaken on 2, on 3, drop the spell that's over your head. I forget what it's called. And then on 4, you pop off with your death rattles. So now this is going to make it a bit wonkier of a curve out. And that Death Rattle Rogue's really popular right now. Great deck. So I like to see that nerf. Prince Renathal has seen a nerf. They've nerfed literally all the main subjects in Prince Renathal decks. Theotar's been nerfed numerous times. Daddy D's been nerfed. Now they're nerfing Prince. Your starting house now 35 instead of 40. Fair, I guess. But I feel like we haven't seen a ton of Prince Renathal decks recently just because all the other decks are popular. Now, all those other decks are being nerfed. So Prince Renathal decks could be seeing a resurgence. And maybe that's why they went ahead and did that nerf. Because right now we're just not seeing a ton of it. But all right, and Tome Tampering is now banned in Wild. I don't know what this card is. I bet he said something naughty because they wouldn't ban it in Wild unless he was a naughty boy. So it's been banned. There's notes here. You can see it, and I'll leave the link below. All right, naughty. The following cards are being adjusted to be more powerful. Corpse Bride. Corpse Bride is a Death Knight card, and now you can spend up to 10 corpses and summon a Risen Groom that stats are equal to the same amount spent. So I thought that this card was really powerful when I saw it at the Death Knight show matches, but I haven't seen it a lot out there, and that's just because Death Knights don't do well to the current meta, and now they're going to try and buff Death Knights a bit, so maybe we will see Death Knights a bit more. Who knows? Who knows? But I always thought that that card was already a bit powerful. So now we'll see it more. Malignant Horror. Horror is a hard word to say. Horror. At the end of your turn, spend 4 corpses to summon a copy of this minion. So it used to be 5, now only 4. Again, that happens at the end of each turn. So just keep summoning them. Okay, so instead of changing the stats of the minion, they're able to change the corpse amount. That's a really cool way that they get to buff and nerf Death Knights. So I feel like he's a powerful card, so I think we'll see him a bit. Meat Grinder. 3 mana, 3/4 battle cry. Shred a random minion in your deck to gain 4 corpses. So instead of getting 3, you gain 4. I just don't think this card's very good. But like, I don't want to shred a minion. I put that minion in there for a reason. I want that minion. But that, I don't, maybe we'll see this more. Who knows? Blightfang is now a 3/4 instead of a 3/3. Stitch Giant is now a 9 cost. Now this is important for Evolve Shaman. So keep that in mind. And this will buff that Unholy Death Knight because, yeah, you can get this out earlier. Emerjar Deathbringer is now a 4/3 instead of a 3/3. So gave it an extra attack, but still going to summon a 3/3. Not that big of a buff, but a buff. Rhyme Sculptor was a 3/3. Now it's going to be a 4/3. Again, a small buff. Obliterate has changed the text. Instead of taking damage equal to the health of the minion it kills, you will now take 3 damage. So this is way better. Like, Asphyxiate's the best. It's like an Asphyxiate, right? But Asphyxiate doesn't target. This targets, and you only take 3. So, good card. Blood Tap. Same text, except for you're only going to spend 2 corpses to get that additional buff. And that is it for the standard updates. So again, a big buff to Death Knights. Hopefully we get to see more Death Knights played. Hopefully you get to play more Death Knights. I will try and go play some more Death Knights. I know I haven't played a ton. You haven't seen any of it on YouTube. But actually, I don't think I've played at all. I played a lot of Death Knights for the show matches, so I was a little burnt. But I'm going to probably get back into it now with all these buffs. And so, yeah, that is the standard updates. And let's get into the Battleground updates next. Quest reward updates. The Kidnap Sack quest reward has been made harder to earn. And then Hidden Treasure Vault and Teal Tiger Sapphire have been made easier to earn. And then Partner in Crime, Pilfered Lamps, Wondrous Wisdom Ball, and Yogg-Tastics will appear more frequently. Partner in Crime is the buddy one, I believe. So what they're doing here, this is the last update for Battlegrounds before we get a big update. Meaning this is the last time to play quests, because quests are going to be leaving with the new update happening in, I believe, the beginning of January, maybe end of December, but probably beginning of January, because, you know, they go on vacation and stuff. It's holiday season. So this is our last time to play quests. So they're trying to say, like, hey, have fun with the quests. We're going to give you the fun ones more often. So if you like the quests, play them now, because this is going to be the end of them. Yeah, so as we approach the end of the season, we want all players to have a chance to experience some of the rare quests. So have fun, enjoy. Next up, Toxfin has moved to tier 6. Imagine tripling and being like, I'm going to go for a 6 drop. And then you just see this sitting there, a 1-2. And you don't have Murlocs. I'm just going to say this. I don't know the meta yet, but I'm going to imagine tripling for a 6 drop is not going to be very good. I wouldn't triple for a 6 drop right now. But yeah, that means there's going to be way less Toxfins in the pool. There's only 7 of each minion on tier 6, so keep that in mind. Minion pool update. This is really exciting. Mechano Tank and White Mane have been removed from the pool. So no more White Mane, no more targeting, Leapers comp, no more Mechano Tank, no more Pew Pew on tier 4. But they have brought back 4 cards. They've brought back Witch Wing Nesmatron, Mechano Egg, so 2 4-drops. Mithrax are 5-drop, and then on tier 6, Seafood Slinger. So while Murlocs have been nerfed with that Toxin moving up to 6, and 6-drops has been nerfed, Seafood Slinger is also on 6. So again, another thing you don't want to triple into because it only works well if you're playing Murlocs. I guess you can grab it because it gives you a triple, but it's a 5/5. And there's no amalgams. There used to be amalgadons. Now there are... Hold on. There used to be amalgadons. Now there's balls. So you can use this to get golden balls. And if you like to have golden balls, who doesn't? Seafood Slinger's back. No, Nest Matron. Which Wing Nest Matron is the Avenge 3 and gets a Battlecry minion. That is Witch Wing Nest Matron. So that's back. All right, and that is the big updates for Battlegrounds. So again, nothing like it doesn't seem crazy, but it's gonna be more fun getting these crazier stuff offered more often. Murlocs not being as prevalent, and yeah, arena updates are here. I don't know what these words mean because I don't play arena, but I'll just read them off for you guys real fast. Death Knights and Paladin cards that generate more cards will appear less frequently, so less random for Death Knight and Paladin. Death Knight cards that remove opposing minions and leave a board presence will appear less frequently. I know that's frustrating to happen in Arena. Low win rate cards from low performing classes will appear less frequently. High win rate cards from low performing classes will appear more frequently. So in Arena, start playing those low performing classes because they should be better. And some neutral cards will appear more or less frequently depending on their performance in a given class. That's a very vague sentence, but they adjusted cards is what that sentence is. And some game improvements as well. Duels, a lot of duel stuff here. And yeah. Oh, they fixed a bug where Potion Belt could not discover 2 of the same concoction. A lot of people had noticed that. They're like, why does this never work? And they figured out it was a bug. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy these new updates coming out soon. And then our next big patch will be the new Battlegrounds season. So keep in mind with new Battleground seasons, your MMR will reset. You will need to buy a new Battleground pass if you want it. Remember that pass out. You have to pay money. You can't use gold. But you get the whole, you get 4 heroes, and then you get all those, the artwork stuff, the strikes and all that stuff. Yeah, that's, my guess is happening early January. We're going to be losing quests. We're going to be getting something new. My guess is undead minions, but I don't know any information, so just take that with a grain of salt. That is my guess. Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoy this update. I'm going to go play right now. I'm going to play Battlegrounds today. And let me know what you guys think of it. Have a good day. Bye. Okay, I'm not leaving you guys. That was for YouTube. Okay. Okay, it's all done. Let's go play. YouTube complete. Bye, YouTube.
Size check. What does that mean?
Size matters, so people can check out what size they are by typing the command size. See if they're chonkers or dinkers or average or growers or showers.